So today's video is going to be a little bit different. This is Phase 10 chooses my TBR. And since this is the first time doing it, I'll be going over the rules that I have for this game. I am not the first person to have Phase 10 choose my TBR, but I have done a few things differently from, I think I watched one video, but I'm sure that other people have done it as well. So, first off, if I can open this, Phase 10 has a bunch of different cards. These have never been opened. There are numbers 1 through 12. There are wild cards and there are skips. So basically the way that this will work is, that's fun. The way that this will work is for numbers 1 through 12, each have different colors, and so basically there will be four rows of these cards which have the prompts on the poster behind me, and basically based on which color, that'll determine which column I go for, and I'll tell you when we get to picking the prompts what that order is. For skip, basically if I get this in a month, then during that month I can either choose to skip a prompt in which I have to repick a prompt for that kind of book. So I still have a prompt for that and I will have a book for that, but I get to choose a different prompt if I don't like the one that I pick. And then, so I can either do that, or if I have a lot of books in a month, then I can just, if I get this, skip a book and have one less book to read, if that makes sense. As far as wild cards, I may see if the other stack, so we have two of these, and I may see if the other one has actual colored ones like this, because I had wild prompts based on the color and I really want to continue doing that. But basically my idea for wilds was that when I pulled certain colors, they would be certain things. So I believe if I pulled a green wild, it was a family pick. If it was red, it was a husband pick. If it was blue, it was yellow pick, or not yellow pick, friend pick, I can talk. And if it was yellow, it was a pet pick. And so for pet pick, I would pick a few books and kind of put treats on each book and see which one my dog goes to first. For the people pick, I would have a 10-sided die and I would roll, and I have a list of prompts 1 through 10 that they would choose a book based on, such as translated, outside US, UK, sci-fi, BIPOC, out of comfort zone, series, their choice, random color, under 200, and over 450 pages. So as far as me choosing the number of books, I am actually rolling an 8-sided die, because 8 is a comfortable number for me to read. I can read more than that, and I have been, but that allows me some wiggle room, and that way, if I read all 8, I potentially have room to read stuff that I want. If I get a lower roll, then I can basically read whatever I want. And this just helps me because I have a lot of books on like my TBR, or even just like not on an actual list, but like, ooh, that looks nice, and like kind of file it away in my brain. So this will help with all of that. I think those are all the rules, so I guess let's do this. Okay. We are rolling a D8 to see how many books I am reading this month. Let's go. Okay. So, we got a 7. So I will be picking 7 prompts. Okay, so this is Phase to TBR. Basically, this row right here, our column, is red, then blue, yellow right there, and green. The colors of the specific prompts don't have any like specific meaning. I just wanted to kind of keep a similar color. Also, I've decided that if I get a wild as the first card I pick, then I can pick what color I want the wild to be. Otherwise, it will be whatever numbered card I picked first. So if I picked a blue 12, then the wild that I picked after that would be blue. So let's pick our 7 prompts. I totally already haven't done this again and just forgot to record it. So, let's go. So, card number 1 is a wild. Awesome. So, I think this is going to be a blue wild. Blue wild is friend pick, and I want to do a friend pick. So, yeah, first is friend pick. And basically the way that'll work is I will roll a D10, and whatever of the 10 prompts number comes up, I have a list written out with 10 prompts, and whatever of those 10 prompts comes up is what they have to pick. So roll number 1 is a 3, which is a sci-fi. Okay, so the first card was a wild, and I picked blue for that, which means it was a friend pick. And for this, I'll be reading Steelheart by Brandon Sanderson. I don't know much about this, but I think from what I saw, it was potentially like a sci-fi where at least some humans have superpowers. It sounds interesting, but I don't know what it's about. I'm excited to figure out what it is about. Okay, so number 2 is a green 7, and green is this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's go. Okay. First is TBR vet. So that's fun. Whoop! Well, that just happened. So, the next card was a green 7, and for that we got TBR vet. And for that I'm reading Out of My Mind by Sharon M. Draper. So I've had this. I think I was figuring out when I got this, and I want to say I've had this between 6 to 8 years. And I think I've read it twice, and I've only ever gotten about that far, apparently. And this bookmark is from potentially 2017, so. But yeah, so from what I remember, this follows a girl who has cerebral palsy? Or some sort of disability that basically people kind of misjudge what she's capable of, and I think maybe it's her finding a way to communicate with those in her life. I could be completely wrong. Like, I've not read much of it. I don't remember. It's been a few years since I tried to read this. But this is TBR, and I'm super excited to finally get around to reading this. Okay. Third card is a red 10. I need to replace the prompt for green 7, so give me 1 second. Why did I just kind of look at that? Didn't mean to. Shuffling them up again. Said shuffling them up again. These are really hard to shuffle, just saying. Okay. Prompt going up for green 7. And now this red 10 is right here. YA. Alright, I can work with that. Okay, so the next card was a red 10, which gave us the prompt of YA. And for that, I'm reading To Carve a Fey Heart, which is the first book in the Fair Isle trilogy. And basically, there is what's called 100-year reaping, and when that happens, 2 human girls are sent to basically marry the Fey King and the younger brother. When the 2 girls that are chosen to be those brides end up executed for offending the king, the main character and her sister are then chosen to take their place. Sounds really cool. I'm really excited, and I cannot wait to get into this. Okay, so card number 4, I can count, is blue 12. Again, need to replace the thing. I'm really bad at doing that, apparently. Okay, so blue 12 is this one, and that is anything. So basically, it's a free pick for me. I can pick whatever I feel like reading. Next, okay. For this card, we got a blue 12, and that was anything. So originally I was gonna pick something else, and then I realized I have to fit this on, or I have to read this anyway, so might as well fit it on my TBR, and that is Hope Never Dies, which is by Andrew Schaefer, and this is the first book in a bromance mystery series. The story behind this is that one of my friends and I were at a bookstore, and we found the second in the series. She went home, looked up more about that just for fun, and then was like, okay, we have to read this, guys. Which it surprisingly has high reviews on Goodreads. But yeah, this is our, like, my friend group book club book for this month. And basically it seems like Obama and Biden end up looking into basically stuff relating to the opioid epidemic, and it is part action thriller, part mystery, part romance, and 100% fiction. But this should be a really fast read, and just for fun. I'm excited to see where this goes, but also kind of like, where it gonna go? I'm kind of hesitant. Okay, so that is 4. So we are on number 5, which is another wild. And it's a blue wild. So I will have to roll twice and have my friend pick 2 books. So this is already fun. Roll number 2 is another 3, so another 5. So the next next card was another wild, and because we had just pulled the blue 12, it was another friend pick. And this too was sci-fi. And so my friend ended up picking We Are Legion, I think. I can't remember who the author is. I'll put the book up here. From what I read, which was not a whole lot, it seemed like potentially the main character died and his mind was put into an AI, and then he was tasked with helping people do things. There's probably more to it, but that's like the basic understanding that I got from looking at something and trying to make sure that I didn't spoil anything for myself. I'm intrigued. We'll see how it goes. Red 10 is series. So basically this means I can either start or continue with a series. There are a few different things that I have on my radar. We'll see what I end up picking. Okay, and the final card was a red 10, and it gave us the prompt series. And for this one, I can either start or continue with a series. And yeah, I'm doing the second book in the Dream Defender series because I finally can get back into this, and I'm so excited. And this is called the Dagda Ring. So this series follows two main characters of Nolan and Aaron, who basically, through a series of events, end up traversing through the dream realm, and yeah, just having fun doing that. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoil things. So this one kind of picks up where the first one left off, with the main plot being that people appear to be dying, and then days later are waking up again, and they need to figure out why. Okay, so our final card is a yellow 11. So let's go here and down to this one, and that is a 5-star prediction. So basically I have a video up on my channel with books that I predicted could be 5-star reads, and basically I will read one of those to fulfill that prompt. Okay, next was an 11, yellow 11, which gave us 5-star prediction, and for this one, this is a book that I've been really wanting to read for quite a while, and it follows Taliesin, who was adopted by the Ravens, who are a clan that basically searches battlefields for valuables, and she yearns to basically leave the scavenging lifestyle behind, and as Civil War is brewing, leaders are searching for a magic weapon to help their forces achieve victory. And everyone is basically looking for a specific one that is supposed to be a king maker and a king killer, and the main character wants to find it. So these, plus the 2 books that I have ordered from the library, still waiting on them to come, are the books that I plan on reading in the month of April. I am super excited for all of these, and I cannot wait. That's all for this video, so I will see you next time in the Bear's Neck. Bye!